Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. My name's Ethan and this is the opening act, the show where I bring you hand-picked bands and artists that I think need more recognition. The show spans all genres from rock, pop, EDM, rap, hardcore, you name it. Today I have 3 bands for you that all have very unique sounds. I would like to especially thank all the bands in today's video because this is the first ever episode of the show, so all these bands had enough faith in me to help me out and participate before I even had any content to show them. So truly thank you for making today's video possible. But with that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. Today's first band is a post-hardcore band from Kentucky. This is Softspoken.
You wanna see the real me as I hide my true face, provoking thoughts to turn the page, but if I start this story from the top, you might call my bluff, and my heart couldn't take that. If my sleight of hand caught your eye, not another word would reside.
And that was just one track. The band has 2 full albums and some singles that they've put out all in the last 3 years, with a lot of variance between the emotions that they put forth in their songs. They tackle everything from ambient and somber to heavy and hard-hitting. I got an interview with their vocalist, Sam. I had to ask him about his vocal technique because he's nailing cleans and screams back to back live without skipping a beat. Super impressive stuff. Here's what he had to say.
Don't judge, I'm covered by its blood. I tried to be fake, but my heart couldn't take.
Do you do the cleans and the screams as well?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Can you give any advice to like aspiring vocalists? Because obviously like you're hitting some pretty crazy tones here with both like how high you're hitting the cleans and just the tone that you're getting on the harsh screams as well.
Yeah, let's see, advice. Man, so like, I personally think that anyone can sing. I really do believe that. I think it's just a matter of training your ear. And I think like it does take time, like in practice. I definitely like spent days in my bedroom when my parents weren't home, it just belting out and stuff. I never had any like real formal training. In college I did take like a classical singing class. Dude, I don't know how much of that actually stuck though. But I think if I had to give some advice to people, it'd definitely be to train that ear and to not compare yourself to other people. Like too many people want to sound like other guys or other girls. And like, you just have to kind of find your own voice because I'm an instrument, you know, like my body's built the way it is. And like, you're gonna have a different tone because that's just like how you're built, you know? But there is just that sweet spot for everyone's voice. And like, I think that's where you should, like, people need to try to figure that out. And I don't know how to do that for you, but, and capitalize on that. I think that's what makes a really good singer, you know? Just like, being good in your own skin.
If you'd like to see the full version of that interview, you can click the link in the description. We talked about a lot of different topics, and Sam showed so much passion and enthusiasm for the craft, which I love to see. Now let's move on to the second band of the day. This is a 4-piece rock band called Socalled Ghost. I'd consider them alt-rock with some pop-punk leanings. Check it out. I wanted to interview this band when I saw a video of them playing live, just killing it, super high energy environment. Here's a segment from my interview with Socalled Ghost where their vocalist Tanner talks about his lyrical process.
How do you go about writing your lyrics? Do you pull from stuff in your life or is it just whatever comes to you?
Well, it's really sporadic. You know, I've got a memos app on my phone that is just thousands and thousands of pages half filled out. So sometimes it's just like, it's as easy as a a word that I hear in another song. It's like, that's a cool word or that's a cool phrase. And then I'll just like kind of reiterate that and then build off of that in a different direction. Just, you know, you hear words or phrases that just sound cool and they stick with you and you just think about them all day. And other times it'll just be like, you know, like the song I Feel Fine off the latest EP. I wrote about a friend who had passed away from a drug overdose, but other kind of things found its way into the song that weren't exactly directly related. But I've always thought, like, if the listener can find and cling on to some other part of the song in a different way and find their own meaning in it, I think that's just as valid as having, you know, an end goal for writing a song. It's very rare that I just like go in with a game plan and write the song about something very specific. It kind of evolves and mutates and goes every which way. And at the end of it, I just make sense of it. Like, okay, well, that's what that means to me, and maybe it'll mean something to somebody else, and that's fine.
As you can see, really chill, down-to-earth guys, and they're DIYers as well. So we talked about production, advice for up-and-comers. It was a great interview. If you want to check out the whole thing, again, link in the description. Now we're just going to chill out a bit with the next band of the day. They're more in the pop rock vein. This is an indie SoCal duo called Cubency. Check it out. Stop the song. As soon as I heard this song, it just put a smile on my face. I was like, that's going in the episode. I got an interview with the band, so I'll play some highlights from it while I play another one of their songs in the background. This song is called Episode. Check it out.
My name's Lacey, this is Isaac, and we're Cubency. We started kind of Cubency and recording and putting out music during COVID, so haven't had the opportunity to actually play any shows.
Yeah, this band is fresh on the scene. Not that there even is much of a scene right now. Here's what they had to say about some of their influences.
Some influences, a lot of people say we sound like the Strokes. We've gotten the Killers, Montreal, Phoenix, a lot of indie rock.
They arrange and produce everything themselves in Ableton. Here's what Isaac had to say about their creative process.
I will just lay down a drum beat. I'll just think of a drum beat that I imagine in my head. Sounds cool, like I hear like the whole song. Then I'll add guitars, and then I'll bring it to Lacey. She'll add some bass. We'll start adding some vocals. Yeah, we'll do whatever we feel. We just have fun with it.
And finally, here's the advice they had for other musicians. Take a look.
I would just say, stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop trying to impress people with it. Stop all that shit. Just play because you fucking like it.
Just do it.
You'll make yourself bigger for that.
Yeah, just do it.
That's all that matters.
Just do it. Don't care what other people think.
Yeah.
Once again, you can support this band by liking their Facebook page and streaming their songs on Spotify. Links for that in the description as well. That's it for today's bands. If you want to help support me, best thing you can do is subscribe. Also, leave a comment in the description letting me know what bands you think I should include next. If you do music and you're interested in being in an episode of the show, hit me up, let's chat. You can send an email to itstheopeningact@gmail.com. That's it for today. Once again, my name's Ethan, this is The Opening Act. I'll see you all next time.